Ladies and gentlemen, this is for educational use only. This topic about lateral marks, general direction of the voyage, and the voyage of Regions A and B. The reporters, Decadet Paul Justin Mahinay, Decadet Joan Marim Bogat, and Decadet Glenn Geoffrey Hogadora. At the end of the lesson, cadet should be able to determine the lateral marks, general direction of the voyage, and the voyage of regions E and B. The importance of the topic. This will help cadets in identifying the lateral marks on region E and B that would prepare them in recognizing actual marks that could be seen when they are already on board and be able to do proper action to be made.
Hi, this is Cadet Mabugat and I will be explaining about the lateral marks, general direction of Buoyage, and Buoyage regions A and B. So as recently as the 1970s, there were more than 30 Buoyage systems in use around the world. This caused confusion and accidents, and it was after two fatal incidents in the Dover Straits in 1971 that the Ayala was established. There followed a worldwide effort to develop a safe, unified maritime voyage system that could be followed by all vessels at sea. This resulted in 1980. So there were two systems used, which is the region A and B. Although there is not yet a classified or one system for the whole world. So this was a major achievement nonetheless in the differences between Ayala A and B. So Ayala chose the two systems in order to keep the number of changes to existing systems to a minimum and to avoid major conflict. So the picture shown is the Ayala Maritime Voyage System, that is region A and B. So as shown in the picture, there are letters A and B. So that is how the regions are classified. So mostly in the region A, the countries are or includes Africa, most of Asian countries, Australia, Europe, and India. And here in region B, countries the countries that are included are North, Central, and South America, Japan, Korea, and the Philippines. So lateral marks are positioned at the sides of the channels. Which side of the channel the respective buoys are placed is determined by the direction of the voyage. And also lateral marks indicate the port and starboard sides of navigable channels. So these are used in accordance with the directions of voyage for the region or specific location as indicated on marine charts. Where a channel divides, a modified or preferred channel mark may be used to indicate the preferred route to take.
Hi, I'm the Cadet Paul Justin Mahinay. So, I will discuss the lateral marks and the general direction of the voyage. So, first, I will explain again the lateral marks. So, we already know this is the generally used for well-defined channel. So, in conjunction with a conventional direction of the voyage. So, they indicate the port and the starboard hand side of the route. So, in the conventional direction of the voyage, so there are two ways: the local direction of the voyage and the general direction of the voyage. So the local direction of the voyage is the direction taken by the mariner when you approaching a harbor or river, estuary, or other waterway from the seaward. So next is the general direction of the voyage. So the direction determined by the voyage authority. So based whenever possible on the principle of the following a clockwise direction. So remember the principle of the following is a clockwise direction around continents. So clockwise direction. Always remember that. So it is usually given this in admiralty sailing directions, and if necessary indicate on chart so by appropriate symbol. So there are appropriate symbol. So uh, general direction gives way to the local direction at the outer limit of the Thames estuary. So like around Isle the British Isles, the general direction of the voyage runs to going north along the west coast through the Irish Sea, from east through the English Channel and north from going to north through the North Sea. Okay. Uh, I will explain to the on Admiralty chart. So Admiralty charts the conventional direction of the voyage may be indicated by magenta arrow symbol. So the conventional direction of the voyage may be indicate the magenta arrow symbol. So magenta arrow symbol. So always remember that. So in some traits, like an open sea, when direction changes, attention is drawn to each several magenta arrow symbol confronting each other. So on many coasts and in some strait worlds, worldwide voyage authority have not yet established or promulgate a general direction of the voyage. It is therefore not possible to chart the magenta symbol is such areas. This could be hazardous if a new danger were to be marked by lateral buoys. So some of the uh, uh, some of the place of the voyage have not yet established promulgate the general directions of the voyage. They are not marked magenta symbol in such area because this could be hazardous. This could be hazardous if a new danger were to be marked by lateral buoys. So next, I will explain the lateral marks of region A. So this diagram is schematic, and in this case of pillar buoys in particular, their features will vary with the individual design of the buoys used. Okay, so as you can see, this is going to upward. So as you can see, in the middle, the direction of the buoys is the color magenta. Okay, so if you're going to region A, always remember the starboard hand side is color green, shape conical, pillar or spar, top mark, single green cone, point upward. Okay, so in the port hand side is color red, shape also can, pillar or spar, top mark when fitted like single grade can. Okay, so lights this I think this light is when fitted may have rhythm other than composite group flashing 2+1. Okay, so next is preferred channel. So if you going to preferred channel on region A, so in the preferred channel to port, you can see the color green with a one broad red band shaped conical pillar or spar. Okay, so if you see a preferred channel to starboard, uh, the color is red one broad green band. So the shape is can, pillar or spar. Top mark single red in can. So always remember the direction of the voyage, which is the color magenta is going to upward. So always remember the color of the lateral marks if you're going to prefer channel to port or prefer channel to starboard. So take notes where port or starboard marks do not rely on can or conical buoy shapes for identification. So they carry the appropriate top mark where practicable. If marks are if marks at the sides of the channel are number or lettered, the numbering or lettering follows the conventional direction of Buoyage. Special marks with can and conical shapes but paint yellow may be used in conjunction with the standard letter marks for special types of channel marking. So next is the Admiralty chart symbols for lateral buoys on region A. So always remember the buoys of the region A. So in the starboard side, which is the hand marks are green with conical top marks. So if the light is also green, so always remember the magenta arrow, the general direction of the voyage. So in the port hand is the marks are red also. So this is with like cylindrical top marks. If light is the light is red. So you can see the R, that is the red, and the green on the starboard side. The the boy on the starboard side, that is the green green. Okay.
So, region B. So, the port is green and the starboard is red. So, port hand marks are green with cylindrical top marks, if any, if light is green. And the starboard hand makes are red with conical top marks, if any, if light is red. Region's characteristics. So colors. Under the A system, if you are heading in the direction of the arrow, you will have a green buoys to starboard and red buoys to port. Shape. Port and starboard lateral marks are often shaped differently. Under the A system, starboard buoys are conical or pointed, and port buoys are can or square shaped. Top mark. If the buoy has top mark, it will be the same shape at the buoy, conical for a starboard and square for a port hand buoy. Numbering. If the buoys are numbered, they will be numbered from a seaward. The convention is that starboard buoys have odd numbers and port ones have even numbers. This is consistent with nautical convention. Cabins on ships are often numbered odd on the starboard side and even on the port side. Lights. Red buoys have red lights and green buoys have green lights. There will be a variety of sequences from single flashes to groups such as FL2.R.5 seconds, or a red light flashing twice in 5 seconds. Lights preferred channel markers have a distinct light pattern, FL2 plus 1. This means that there are 2 flashes, then a gap, and then 1 flash, then a longer gap. This sequence can be difficult to identify. It is easy to assume that you are looking at 2 different buoys. The light color will match the main color of the buoy or beacon.